This is just a little bit of the shit. This is just a little bit of shit I've been using. It's like morning freaking lotion, the daily face wash, the nighttime. I'm just bringing out some of the stuff. I'm not showing like the whole thing, but then the nighttime shit, bro, you just gotta be on it. Ain't that in Black Panther 2? I have no idea. Phil Spencer. Yo, different visions won't out. Yo, I saw some shit. I don't know when, but I saw some shit about Phil Spencer literally like admitting defeat, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off. This man, Phil Spencer, is legit just throwing in the towel on fucking Twitter with Xbox. It pisses me off, bro. You fuckers were killing the Xbox game during the Xbox 360 era. You can't be out here throwing in the towel, you fuckers. He finally recognizes his place, bro. Nah. As a Sony head, I don't want to see Xbox go out like this, man. He said different visions won't out console Sony and Nintendo. We lost the worst generation to lose Xbox One, where everybody built their digital library of games. There's no world where Starfield is an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. Yo, bro, you shouldn't even be saying shit like this, bro. Like, come on, Phil Spencer. It was obvious, but it's like, don't say it.
We're not in the business of out-consoling Sony or out-consoling Nintendo. There isn't really a great solution or win for us. And I know that will upset a ton of people.
Bro, if anybody who's an Xbox head even decides to try to tell me now that like, yo, Xbox is better than PlayStation, I'm gonna be like, your own mans on Twitter literally said that they ain't winning. You said, Phil, don't say it. What you mean Microsoft is the richest one? How can you do it? Bro, you said Xbox got no games. Bro, I've been saying that since day one. But the fact that the man himself said it just kind of breaks my heart because I don't want to see Xbox go out. I like the competition, man.
But it's just the truth of the matter is that when you're third place in the console marketplace and the top two players are as strong as they are and have, in certain cases, very
bro, but bro, what happened to the freaking acquirements? Didn't they buy Bethesda or some shit? What the fuck happened?
Doing deals and other things that will that kind of make being Xbox hard.
Bro, that one time, I remember when they bought Bethesda and everybody on Twitter was like, yo, they about to go crazy. And I was that one guy on Twitter like, Bethesda? You think Bethesda's going, man? The glitchy ass company that releases games and other games are usually buggy as shit upon release? Bethesda?
Hard for us as a team. That's on us, not on anybody else. Our vision is that everybody who's on.
Yo, if y'all losing, give us back Rare. Bring Banjo-Kazooie back to Nintendo, please. At least give us back Banjo-Kazooie. Give us back Rare, please.
Console has to feel like they have a great experience and they're a first-class citizen. They've invested a ton in our platform. But we are not in a position, and I see it out there. I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some.
I mean, that's kind of cap because the problem is, realistically, is Xbox got no fucking games. That's the whole argument. That's why usually when people be like, yo, Xbox versus PlayStation, the first thing, all I have to say is, where the fuck are your games? You guys got no games. And any games you guys have anyway, I could just play on my PC. I feel like that was the big mistake that Xbox did, is they fucking did that weird shit where they're like, oh, you could play Xbox games on PC. Because then it created this shit of like, then what's the point of getting an Xbox if I could just get a PC? Real talk. Why the fuck would I get an Xbox 360, not a 360, but why would I get an Xbox One X or an Xbox Series X if I could just buy not a PlayStation, but a PC and I could just play all the Xbox games on my computer? You said it's too late into the gen, and that too, it's too late because If anything, they were supposed to build the foundation for Xbox during the Xbox One. And the like during PS4 and Xbox One, right there was the time for Xbox to try to make as much good games as possible and solidify their console. So when the next generation comes out, you know. But they weren't even cooking during that era. PS4 was destroying them. They literally got no games. It's sad because I can just use my PC. You just gotta watch Max's video on the subject. Who, Maximilian, dude? Their first party stuff is not that great either. So Microsoft ruined it. I feel like Microsoft low-key self-sabotaged because if Microsoft exclusively kept their games on the consoles, then people would feel more inclined to get an Xbox console so they could play the Xbox games. But then once Xbox was like, yo, you could play our shit on our console and on PC, for me personally, I wouldn't even bother getting a console if I could just play it on PC. Microsoft basically killed their own console. That's my argument.
Dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
Yeah.
So when you go and you're building on Xbox, we want our Xbox community to feel awesome. But
then you notice how PlayStation does it. PlayStation will release a game, it would be a banger, and then it would be like a PlayStation exclusive for a certain amount of time. Like there's no immediate time frame where they're like, you could play it on other consoles. They would hold on to that shit for years. Then once Sony makes their money off that shit, that's what they did with The Last of Us. Then they were like, okay, now we're going to release The Last of Us on PC. So people could rebuy the game again. Sony makes a profit, and then people on PC could then also enjoy it there. Sony did it smart. They did the same thing, yeah, with Spider-Man 2. Where they had it exclusively on the PlayStation console. You can't play Spider-Man anywhere else. They waited a long time before they then released it on PC, and then you could play it on PC. You said cash grab scum. It is cash grab scum, but I mean, a business is a business, and even though it is scummy, I could openly admit that. They're making their bread, and they're doing it the smart way. Even though it's scummy. Same with Final Fantasy VII Remake, yeah. But then you already know, once Final Fantasy VII Remake came on PC, the mods was. Them Tifa and Aerith mods was going crazy. And Horizon just released too, yeah.
Idea that if we just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of most people. Like 90% of the people every year who walk into a retailer to buy a console are already a member of one of the three ecosystems. And they're
100%. I agree with that. And it stems off again with what I said earlier, with like, you guys got no games. So like, who the fuck gonna walk into a Best Buy and be like, bro, I need an Xbox Series X? For what game? Like, I can't even think of a game. Chat, what games are even out right now that's even worth getting an Xbox? Battlefield dying and Halo. Halo been died. Halo been died, bro. Halo Battlefield, none. Destiny 2. Man, Destiny 2 is multi-platform. You can play it anywhere. Well, not on the Switch. But Destiny 2, you can play it on PlayStation. Fortnite's on PlayStation 2 and on PC. We talking about like exclusives. Like that's the thing. If Xbox had more exclusives.
Digital library is there. This is the first generation where the big games that they're playing were games that...
Yo, Chad Warden called that shit out. And I still remember from high school when he was saying, psh, he said Halo, Gears of War, more like Tears of War.
That were available last gen when you think about Fortnite and Roblox and Minecraft. Like the continuity from generation to generation is so strong. I see a lot of pundits out there that kind of want to go back to the time where we all had cartridges and discs and every new generation was a clean slate and you could switch the whole console share. That's just not the world that we are in today. There is no world where Starfield's an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's the truth, but damn. Ah, damn, Phil.